All right, guys. Whoever wants to go first, just unmute yourself and introduce yourself. And yeah, and please also open your cameras. Let's have a look at each other, because think of it just like a physical event, except that we're all doing it from our homes. So just show your face if you're comfortable. Yeah. Hi. Hi, Shantanu.
Hello.
Yep. Please go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Shantanu Joshi. I have around 13 years of experience after my MBA, mostly in the finance sector. Currently, I'm looking for collaborators or founders, where there is some sort of a similarity in thinking, and where I can probably start my own venture, or be part of a venture where my skill sets get matched and my thinking gets matched. So it's just a way to connect with people, because otherwise I find it very difficult to meet after college. It's very difficult to meet people in a very sort of a casual, more casual environment, because in offices you have a purpose there,
Yeah.
and you cannot deviate from that. So this is my attempt to meet some people.
Sure, Shantanu. That's a great reason to be part of the startup club. That's one of the reasons why we started this, to sort of like link people from different backgrounds for a purpose of starting something. So I would recommend that you do a couple of things. One is that I will send you the link to the official website, where you can sort of like put yourself out there, saying that you want to connect with other people. There are some forms that you can fill to be on there, and then other people can see it and contact you. That's one thing. The second thing is that on a Telegram group, if you introduce yourself and say that you want to meet people, somebody who's interested in your sector or whatever domain you're interested in can contact you on Telegram. So I hope all of you guys are like on our Telegram group. That's where most of our interactions happen, actually. All right. Thanks, Shantanu. Who wants to go next?
Yeah.
Hi, Sriram.
Hi, Rano. Yeah, hi. Good morning, everyone. So it's Sunday, and I'm kind of really excited to see a lot of people gathered for a specific reason. So I'm happy. Yeah. So myself, Sriram, I am a founder of Peacock India, Chennai, and we are like a 14 years old company. And the reason why I want to get connected with startup is that um, uh, any startup who want to express their ideas, they need a lot of expertise and in the area of design or product development or execution, the whole product development life cycle, right? So they need an expertise. Most of all the startup get failed because of the reason they cannot make a final product in the standard way what the real customer want. So we are helping startup to help them in terms of UX, UI design, product design, and also development till product releases. So we'll be like kind of a partner with them from the initial space, and also a place where we can able to help them to grow to make a fine-tuned product. So that is our USP. And we are continuously doing it for many startups in India and also other countries as well. So I love to work with fresh ideas all the time. And my expertise is product design. UX UI is my core and my thing. So I want to help startup to grow. Yeah, so that is a bit of myself.
Thanks so much, Sriram. I would give you the same advice. Just post it on our Telegram group so that other people who are interested can reach out to you with your official website, whatever information they need.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, nice.
Who wants to go next?
I can go next.
Yeah.
I'm Bala Kanika. I'm formally addressed as Bala. So I am a UI UX designer currently interning in Chennai. I am like a new graduate from National Institute of Design. So I am actually looking for. I have a couple of startup ideas in my head, but I'm here to just network with people to see how there is a growth in startups, how people are in general networking, and how they get people onboarded and all. And also really glad to be part of this and know more about different ideas that are coming in forward.
Okay, thanks a lot, Balakanika. Where are you based again?
Right now I'm in Chennai. I'm
Okay.
based in Tamil Nadu. Right now I'm working in Chennai, interning in Chennai.
Okay. Actually, maybe I should also go introduce myself and what I'm doing, because like some of the things that I'm working on could be useful for somebody in your position as well. So I'm Raghav. I'm based in Chennai as well. And I actually,
Thanks.
I've started 2 startups so far, and the second one I'm building it right now. We're gearing up for a launch of our product in the next month, like maybe in the next couple of months. So it's basically a social media platform that is designed for like extensive engagement with people, basically, because like these days social media platforms are very shallow. Like it's mostly memes and entertainment, and also like misinformation, like fake news and all these things. So we're working on a system that is designed for more in-depth analysis and discussions and debates and things like that. So I'm looking for interns as well. So we have a strong team of people working with us, and if anybody of you is interested in like being part of a software development team at a startup, you want to see how the startup grows and what are the various functions that happen. You want to have like cross-disciplinary collaboration and things like that. It's a great place to start. We have a UX team, UI team, API team, DevOps, everything we have. So you can just jump into any of those domains that you're interested in learning, and also get to learn from some of our teammates. So that is just a plug that I'm putting in. If anybody's interested, you can reach out to me on Telegram. My name is Raghav. I'm the admin of the startup club, so you can reach out to me. Yeah. All right. Who wants to go next?
Yeah, I think I can go next. Hey everyone. Yeah, so my name is Ankit. I'm a founder of Finova Consulting. By profession, I am a chartered accountant, and I consult specific to the startup area. I help them into the fundraising support. So these days like startups are generally tech. They know business, they know tech, but they are lacking somewhere on the finance side. There are CAs in the market who are providing the mostly on the compliance side, but on the finance advisory side, I'm helping and I'm mentoring them to take a good quality data driven decisions. So I'm helping them for their finance automation process. I'm helping them on their startup fundraising process, be it like term sheet, be it like due diligence and pitch deck preparation. So whatever is the best financial advisory our team can provide, so we do provide that. So right now I'm building that. So my experience is more than 12 years. I'm based in Bangalore, and here I want all of your support and all of your networking. So it's a diverse background for all of you. So happy to connect with all of you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Ankit. Actually, this is an interesting area, because like a lot of startups, they have trouble like with compliance, legal like legal support, and basically legal planning, so that when investors come in, one of the things that has been really cautious about recently is that compliance factor, because even for example, look at Byju's. There's a lot of complications that gets in when startups don't have a like compliance solid from early on, right? Like 5 years in, if you try to like fix 5 years of like non-compliance, that's not going to happen like that. So it's actually really important for early stage startups to sort of like foresee some of these things ahead of time, especially legal compliance and like all these financial stuff, and also in terms of for example, negotiating with investors. So sometimes people come in, they want to get equity on your startup, and it's really hard to do valuation and like sort of make a fair deal for yourself, because when investors come in, they want the biggest chunk of your startup for whatever amount, and if you don't have experience, then it becomes really challenging. So it is sort of like a useful thing for startups to look into getting professional support as well. So Ankit, I wanted to ask you a couple of things. Like, do you like you mentioned that you offer like financial compliance and all these things, but what about like for example, legal support? Because for example, let's say somebody's building an app, there is a lot of like things about like privacy policy concerns, and like for example, where do you store the data? All these like legal things that go into tech side. Those things also like people need support. Like, do you offer that kind of like legal support as well?
So I have a legal team. So we have a MOU in place with one of my legal partner. So they do take care for all these legal compliances for the data protection at which you are asking. Yes, we do provide that. So I can connect to the right people. So right now my expertise is in financial domain. So for the right legal partner, so they can provide you a right kind of support on this. So yeah, so let me give you an example. So if like legal literacy and financial literacy is very much important, and if you are taking some company guys at the initial level, so you will not get to know now, but whenever you scale up, you get to know that thing in the future. So please guys, whenever you go for your venture, make sure your structures are good, your financials are properly prepared, your legal compliances are like completely done, so that if you are building something for the future, so you should not be facing trouble because of all these things. So please hire a good professional so that he can guide you over the process. And
Yeah.
happy to connect further on this.
Yeah. Thanks, Ankit. All right. Who wants to go next?
Hello, good morning.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, so I'm a founder of a startup called Space Shuttle. So what we are trying to do is we are like currently in YouTube, the advertisers pay YouTube the money, and YouTube decides who to broadcast it. So like the idea is directly connect advertiser to creators. So advertiser signs the contract to creator, and if he accepts it, the ad will be placed on his video. So I have a landing page right now ready. Should I share my screen and
No, just put in the chat. Just people can click on the link and they can go.
okay, yeah, that is the idea.
So, what stage are you in?
Currently the development is complete. I'd say like development is complete, but there are some bugs which we are trying to fix. So next I am trying to complete the mobile app and then maybe run some Google ads before trying to raise funds.
Okay.
So that is the idea right now.
So I have a couple of questions here. Like, who's your target? Like, is it a B2B kind of a deal, or is it like you're directing customers directly?
It is completely a platform. It's a full-fledged platform.
Okay.
So it would be a B2C product only, but like we are the platform. So I can't say it's B2C because like we are platform and the creators, we are trying to connect creators with, it's similar to YouTube actually. So
Okay.
it's a complete replacement to YouTube.
Replacement, as in like.
Not replacement as in disruption, but like it's a alternative platform than YouTube. Like.
But for advertisers.
No. It's the entire thing. Like you
Okay,
can
for
be
advertisers and people who are in monetizing advertising.
I mean, you can be viewer, you can be creator, or you can be
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, you can be a creator, advertiser, or a viewer. So it's similar to YouTube. Like like if you have a viewer account, then you can watch videos from the creators. So yeah, it's kind of.
It's an interesting product. I mean, it sounds like a very ambitious product if you're also like trying to disrupt YouTube's business, because like obviously YouTube is a huge giant.
Yeah. It's I think it's the second biggest search engine and the most time spent on a website, like entire world.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm curious about like your team size and when did you start development, all these things?
The development started on January, but the research I had it in about 3 years ago. So I think you also have faced it. You so like ads, like when you watch YouTube videos, you find those ads very annoying because they are skip ads, and you start watching it, you immediately see it. In TV, it's not like that. Like you get it in middle and you expect them, and they are much better quality. It's not like you get a 1 minute 30-second ad and you have to skip it after 5 seconds. It's like a 30-second ad, like you have to watch an entire segment, but it's a quality ad, I guess I can say. So I am expecting that type of change. If it takes off, then I'd expect the platform to look similar to TV rather than YouTube. Actually, there are big advertisers who directly want to connect with the creators. So like like it would be hard for advertisers to like trust YouTube to push correctly. So if it happens, quality ads, I mean, right now if you see, there are a lot of scams in YouTube ads. There are ads where you have to pay 99 rupees for a workshop. You have to, maybe they'll ask you to click the link and go buy there something online only. Let's say that if this platform takes off, then traditional advertisements like maybe Fog, you can see Fog, right? And like all the traditional Tang, Rasna, these type of normal advertisements will come to that platform because they can directly connect with the creators and creator like they can pay him fairly and also get a expectation, or like the audience is expecting the ads to come directly from the creator, like he has approved them personally.
But I mean, I foresee a bunch of problems. First of all, you need a market, right? Whenever this is like a chicken and egg problem. Like, advertisers won't come if there's not people, and obviously content creators were not going to be interested if there's no advertisers. First of all, so
Yeah.
that's a huge challenge. Second of all, do you have investors? Because like this is the kind of marketing that you need to get this off of the runway. It's basically is going to be huge. Do you have
Yep.
investors?
No, like currently, no. I'm trying to build a mobile app and run some Google ads, and then maybe look for investors. Because I feel like if I don't try to do it myself and then go for investors initially, then it would be not. I would not be deserving of any investors, or the idea itself. I did not try it. I will feel like if I did not try it personally, then there is no point in trying to get investors. So I'm trying
Okay,
to build a mobile app and then run some Google ads and then go to investors.
but I mean, do you even think that mobile app is necessary for something like this? Because like most people are going to be using on the system. Like for example, YouTube creators, they're not going to upload their videos on their mobile. They have like a computer and then they're going to edit their videos and upload it. And same with advertisers. That I don't think. I mean, if it's not directly
Yep,
targeting the consumers, that it may not be a priority for you to do mobile apps. But just
I
one more
mean,
question: like, how big is your team right now?
right now I am the front-end developer. There are 3 back-end interns. I don't have any full-time developers. There are 3 back-end interns and 1 UI/UX designer who works as freelancer. I have a couple of my friends as a research. Like we research on these things, we come up with problems. The one you said, right, market size. So like that one, we try to do it with email marketing, directly approaching them with email. That did not work. So like that is the team size. So I would say currently it's 8. Yeah, eight is what is currently there. And one more thing which you said, right? So yeah, the mobile app is not for the creator. So creator and advertiser has to log in through website. The mobile app is only for the viewer. There's also a website for the viewer, but also a mobile app for viewer, because it would be hard to record the viewers with. You can't run Google Ads properly on a website. You have to run it on mobile app so that like you get installs or users. That's the reason.
Okay. I mean, I'm really interested to see where this goes. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Right. Who wants to go next?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kushal Samit Chaudhary. I'm originally from Bihar, but currently residing in Bangalore. Currently, I'm working as a software developer in a startup named Talking Land, which is related to real estate. And I've joined Startup Club I'm actually a startup enthusiast of creating a business. I have some couple of ideas, and I'm currently on the research part. Like I'm doing some research and doing the R&D on what is the scope and what is the market size I can get. So I joined the startup club for increasing my network and connecting with people with similar mindset of creating a business and listening to their ideas, so that I can contribute, and I'm open to contribute if needed. That's it. And I'm very happy to connect with all of you. Thank you.
Thanks, Kushal. Who wants to go next?
Hi everyone. This is Vishek Agrawal, and yeah, so I'm from Gwalior originally, and I graduated from NIT Bhopal, and currently I'm residing. I'm in Bangalore right now, working with the product team at Ola Electric. So yeah, startup have been something that I'm always interested in, and now I've like got a solid idea that I'm working on right now. It's it's in the attack domain. I know, don't raise eyebrows right now. It's something that is gonna be tricky, but we are more focused on building AI products for for schools, let's say, and institutes overall. And later we want to go into B2C as well, but we are starting with the B2B model. Now, the idea of, I would like your suggestions on this as well, but where it originated is from that the edtech tools or the products that we are aware of right now are mostly B2C, and we have seen ups and downs of them in the market, right? Byju's, Unacademy, Physics Wala, let's say, they have different model. But on the ground level, where like the teachers are directly teaching to the students, and let's say the admin or uh, uh, the working process for a teacher, right? Setting up papers, let's say, teaching students, and that is still intact, but has not been disrupted, let's say, by tech as of now. It has been happening in US a lot, and there are companies who provide B2B solutions in edtech in India as well. But I see there an opportunity to uh, bring out some institutional level changes, and yeah, and we are trying to bring it out using AI as of now. So yeah, and my motivation to connect with this group was to basically get in touch with people who are working on something interesting in any domain, and to basically solve some basic problems, let's say, that someone already might have faced during their startup journey, that I am, let's say, facing. Because for me it's first time, and it feels like, okay, this is going to be this is a big problem. But I know if, like, say, Raghavendra have already done this earlier, so he might be able to help me with that. So yeah, that's about
Thanks, sir.
me, and would like to get any questions and connect as well.
Actually, Abhishek, I told you, right? I have a couple of startups. This is my second one that I was just mentioned, but my first startup is the edtech startup. It is the
Okay.
same domain. It's a B2B edtech startup, but it's a non-profit startup. So my goal was to sort of like reach out to the very like sort of the interiors, like the the rural India, underprivileged schools, government schools. Because like
Okay.
I've been teaching coding to kids in villages and underprivileged rural areas for the past 5 years, and we've helped hundreds of students learn like basic coding and stuff. It's challenging because like it's a non-profit, so I can't really like there's no
Right.
revenue, there's no nothing going on. But I use volunteer support to do this, and I was the first volunteer. I built the entire platform myself. It is
Okay.
actually one thing that, like you mentioned, don't raise your eyebrows because it's an edtech. Actually, I see a lot of edtech startups coming up these days. I actually I saw at least two edtech startups with the same intention that you're saying, like the AI
Right.
based B2B kind of a setup. In the past week itself, I've seen like
Okay.
two new startups that I saw like, on LinkedIn, and yeah, it's actually I'm glad to see more participation competition, because like the education sector is something that needs a huge refinement. It's basically a
Right.
bottleneck for our country's growth, right? They're basically putting children through 20 years of like basically a time trap. You're not doing anything functional, productive with that. I mean, some of my interns, I have a team of 25 interns working with me, and most of them they have no clue. Like they're all graduates. They have like good academic records, but they learn more than they learned in the past 4 years in their college in like 3 weeks working with me on the thing.
Right.
It's really, I mean, these are like the top guys, but look at the bottom people. Like they have like no idea. They have no skills. Education is something that requires a lot of attention. I'm glad to see like there's more. The startup scene in India is very very dynamic now. A lot of people are solving problems. So it's good to see like young people working, smart people working on solving problems. So yeah, more power to you, man. So I'm happy to see that you're working on this. Let's see where it goes. Maybe we can connect offline to discuss more about your ideas.
Sure. Actually, there's this. Just to add it. By the way, thanks again for those words. Like, and would like to know more about your startup in terms of, like, because you were serving tier 2 and tier 3, so there must be different various operational and technological problems that you might have solved during your journey, right? So would love to know about them. And yeah, right now we have got a institute, let's say, who's wanna work with us in partnership, and so I'm facing difficulty in understanding the in building that the terms for that partnership. Terms, not the legal terms, but in terms of operational terms as well. That
Yeah.
okay, how much you're gonna take care of this, and what are we are gonna look at, because we are kind of a product and tech guys. let's say
Mm.
product tech and design, but operational side of things we need to learn. So yeah, would love to connect with others
Yeah, yeah.
as well who are in the same domain. And yeah,
Sure,
thanks
Abhishek.
for
Just
that.
send me a link on Telegram and we can talk.
Sure.
All right. Thanks, Abhishek. Okay, who wants to go next? There's a lot of people here, yeah. Good to see a lot of participation. Yeah, guys. Just unmute yourself and introduce yourself, and this is how it works. If you don't say anything, you might not get a chance to, present yourself.
Hello, hello. I'm Krishnamurthy from Chennai.
Hi.
So I have to give this video also. Hold on a second.
It's preferred, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Hi.
I'm here. So I have a very interesting news for a startup community. I have a good news as well as a bad news. Which one you guys want to know?
Well, maybe first you introduce yourself. What's your background?
I'm Krishnamurthy. I ran a MNC company. I'm around 60 years old. I have a couple of startups started and I have a lot of experience. When Flipkart started, I also started one company called pdqdeals.com. Pretty damn quick, means instant delivery. At that time, I should have started separately like Flipkart, but I concentrated on US market.
Okay.
So that is my background. I was running a software company management in India. My brother runs in USA, world number 3 in that software. It is a product. It's called Sales Incentive Management. From the CEO till the last person, we can give incentive for their work by setting up certain formulas for each and every category. So it's a worldwide company. So I have a lot of experience on those angles. Now I have become an employee experience professional. I ran in ChatGPT one statement. Okay, everybody knows about ChatGPT by now, I hope. Okay, there I asked what are the top 10 reasons for startup failure. So it listed out 10 failures reasons. Number 1 is market fit. Number 2 is funding. Rest of the 8 is about human relations, employee related details. Okay, that is the bad news. Bad news is 9 out of 10 startups fail within first 5 years. Told by Mr. Anand Mahendra of India, Anand Mahendra, businessman. He has given and tweeted. So that's the bad news. Within 5 years, 9 out of 10 startups will fail. So the good news is how to overcome this one. Okay. The good news is Microsoft has found a research on 200 companies in 2022 from January to December and found out the reason of 200 companies, 3 million employees. They surveyed and found if new performance equation. Performance is what everybody is looking for. All investors are looking for performance of startups. Performance equal to productivity earlier. Now, performance equal to productivity into engagement.
Just to stop you, sorry to interrupt, but basically, this is just a meet and greet. We can have, if you have like a more elaborate discussion, we can have it separately as a workshop or something. But just for right now, maybe you can tell us, like, are you starting a startup or are you offering some services? Just summarize that so that in 2 minutes.
Yes.
So that we can.
I'm offering a startup
Okay.
to help all the other startups to succeed after the next 5 years.
Okay, great.
A solution that will
Great.
help all the startups to succeed, overcome these failures, and move up to 10 years also, or they will not fail.
Okay, so it's a consultancy firm kind of a thing.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
All they have to do is they have to take a test. All their employees, they should have minimum 4 employees.
Okay.
They should take a test called Q12 test. Q to the power 12, run by Gallup, world number 1 research in 58 languages. Every startup should take the test, all the employees. If they get more than 75%, they will never fail. That is the solution.
I see. Okay. And what kind of support does your startup offer to other startups in terms of development?
They are not able to pass that exam. My company will come and help them to pass the exam. That's it.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And please leave if you have any details like your website details or something. Let's just leave it in the chat. People will follow up with you.
I'll definitely leave it in the website.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. right, guys. Who's next? Who's next?
Hello.
Yeah.
Am I back? Actually, I can't switch on my video play. I'm outside. So, okay with
That's
this?
fine. That's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. So, first of all, I will be introduce myself that I'm kindly from Bangalore. I'm doing my software development consultant engineer in on startup company Arch Lab, and actually they provide BMS for the EV vehicles, and for that full software part, I only handling like from development from UI UX backend API everything, because as a startup company, those they doesn't have any others people not able to hire them, and so I'm looking for some like startup from my own side. So that's why I'm looking some people who can work with us. And I have a couple of startup idea, but one I've already patented with my that idea. So I have posted in my LinkedIn also. So I'm thinking for some people who can work on that idea and with me, and we can grow further.
Okay.
So actually,
Okay.
I'm thinking to build like some like operating system, and that's the idea. So
You're building an operating system.
yeah.
Like who would be your competitors?
Computer like the operating system is all there present in the market. If you see
Linux,
there is
Unix,
uh,
Windows,
that's
everything.
a kernel. Actually, if you see a full-fledged operating system, like Maya OS is also there, Windows OS, then Mac OS, so many operating systems there, Parrot, Linux. Okay, so all are like not from the India, all are from the outside of India, like some are from America and all those things. So I'm thinking to make one Indian-based operating system which will be helping India to work.
So
Yes.
Giridhar, so I've actually seen a bunch of things like this happen. Actually, I don't know if you noticed, but like there was some project in IIT somewhere where they
Mm-hmm.
were building like like for an OS for the government. Like I think the government
Yeah,
also
yeah.
was planning to do this.
Yeah, actually, I have seen that one. So that OS the name is Maya OS,
Yes,
and
yes.
but the thing is that also based on that Linux kernel only.
Hmm.
That's also Linux-based operating system, and according to my knowledge, everything is depend on Linux. So for that reason, if you make that more secure, also they are building some security system like check review. So, but at some point of time, that can also be hacked, because anyway, the base is Linux only. So my
Right.
plan is like not make the operating system in the base on Linux. Actually, my thinking is like to make a full-fledged different new kernel. So it will be not depend on any Unix or Linux, full-fledged new. So that time it will be not known by everybody, and that will be not be open source, because as the Linux is open source, so anybody can get the code and everything, and they can make changes, and they can learn like how the workflow is there, how the code flow, what the security patch is there or not. So they can grab and they can understand. So at some point of time, it also may be hack.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, this is like a huge undertaking, right? Like, how big is your team size? Like, when are you planning to launch?
Uh,
Because also, even if you plan to build this whole thing yourself, it takes a
mhm,
lot of collaborators from third parties for it to be usable, right? Like for normal people,
mhm.
security is not the primary concern. For them, the usability and the ease of use and and the versatility. Because like right now, people who are into development will want to use Linux, but if you want to do gaming, probably Windows is the only opportunity that you have, right?
Yeah,
So
actually, my concern is not about only full gaming part. My concern is that like that OS can able to help the Indian government for the
okay,
security part, and they can process their work properly. And for the Indian people who are using Windows, so user-friendly operating system which can be able to make their all the basic need fulfill all the basic needs and all.
Okay, and I
Gaming,
think
I will think
have
later.
you sorry?
Yeah. Gaming part, I will think later because I'm not focusing
No,
gaming part as of
no,
now.
I was just giving it as an example. I'm just saying, like, if you, I mean, it depends on the market you're targeting. First of all, if you're building an OS for the defense sector, that has a different, priority. Probably security is the top priority,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And also, if you want to target like government systems where they want to use it for internal purposes, or something that for that security is the top priority, not gaming or something. So, are you sure about the market fit, like which market you're targeting, and like does your product fit that market? What is the size of that market? What are their priorities? Have you done those research? Is what I'm.
Actually, yeah, slowly I'm doing. Actually, currently I just completed my BTech, and actually while I'm doing my college, that time only I got internship in that startup company RC Lab. Well, actually that time I'm in second year. So from my second year only, I'm doing my intern on that company, and this year I completed my graduation, and they hired me as a full time.
Okay.
So from college time only, I was thinking all this thing, and making some research, and making some build on team and all. So some friend of my college only, they are in this part of this, and where I'm doing my job. So from there, one embedded guy was there with uh, that for the company. So he's building some embedded parts. So I have talked with him. So he was also interested. So like that, we're making some team, and working on it. So few research is done, like is that OS is really important or not? Is that really need or not? And some research still more spending, like whom do I sell, and what all the targeting market, like as of I have seen that this is the software, so definitely to the target market are the OS already present in the currently. So I need to target them. I need to defeat all those OS, like I need to say that my OS is more good and better and user friendly. So all those things.
So, Giridhar, actually, I'm really happy to see that you're young and you're thinking really ambitious. I don't know if you realize how big of an ambition this is. Like, this is like huge, man. It's not something that you can do by yourself or even like your friends or something. This is like, it requires a community, first of all. And I see the comment by Ankit Yadav. He's right. He's right. Like the whole point of like open source code being preferred is that actually you get a lot more participation from the community to do things. It's not about the patenting of your thing or something. It's not about whether people can review the code to understand things. I mean, it's not necessary that somebody who's with malicious intent needs to see your code. I mean, there are a lot of applications that are hacked, even though they're closed. But for something like this, like you probably need like constant maintenance, like a solid, like very regular cycle of like security patches and things like that. So it's a game, right? If you're building a software and somebody is trying to hack it, it's like a game between you two. You're competing with this person to sort of like be the first person. If you're the first person to done the security patch, then you win. If that person does something that you haven't anticipated, then they win, right? So it requires like a lot of effort to keep this up and running. So I'm happy to see that you're thinking about it. So really, all the best, man. All the best.
Sir, I
Please
have
share
one
your
question.
updates.
I have seen one thing, like when I'm in fourth year of my college, and I'm building one application, like a fourth year project. So that time I'm making one project in AR and augmented reality science technology. So that will be helpful for education. So that time I was using Apple ARKit module. So when I'm using Apple ARKit, that time I find, like I visit the Apple development page, and I'm searching for the class function, what all that they are, how to use that, how to write the code for that. So that time I seen that they are not fully opened all those things in front of us, and not fully open to the all the public, so they can grab, they can understand, they can do all those things. So from there only just got will not make that open source, because as I've seen that Apple also high secured, and they also not to make their OS and not make their all the code to the open source, so outsider can go and give their and understand the code and make the changes and all those things.
Yeah, I agree with you that it is a feature, but that's not the only thing that's gonna like ensure. Like you need a strong thing, and then the advantage that that open source software have is that you can have a larger community size and larger peer review of the code and stuff like that. But yeah, I think somebody has posted saying that they're interested in Linux enthusiasts themselves. So you can talk to Ankit as well.
Okay,
Put
okay,
something
sure,
on
sir.
the chat.
And actually, I have come up with this idea because there is one more also reason. Like as you can see, there are so many fightings happening outside of India, Ukraine and Russia and all those things.
Yeah.
So this is my assumption that after 1 or 2 years, there will be some crisis, and Indian-based operations so much be important and it's necessary for the India. This is my assumption. I don't know like it will be happen or not, but this is my assumption. Might be
Sure,
it
man.
will be.
I think even if you don't succeed, you're going to, like eventually you're going to, this is going to pay off, I think, for you personally. So
Mhm.
all the best.
Thank you, sir.
All right, who wants to go next?
Hi.
Hi, Prashant.
Hey, hi. My name is Prashant, and right now I'm working in a startup called Mitra Consulting. So, what I would just like that is not started by me, that is started by my brother, and so we are in the cybersecurity space, and I'd like to talk about what services that we offer. We offer this CISO consulting service where many companies are finding it difficult to hire a CISO, right? And their audit compliance is, they're not able to comply to different auditing regulatories or like ISO requirements or SOC 2 requirements. So we help companies get their SOC 2 certification, ISO certification. And of course, we also help companies get their security posture upright. So yeah, these are all the services that we offer. And additionally, we offer this pen test and VAPT and secure static code analysis and all that. Yeah.
Prashant, what is CISO?
CISO is basically Chief Information Security Officer.
Okay.
Right. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Prashant.
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to go next? I see a lot of names like Anup, Ashraf, Balaji. Balaji has posted something in the comments. Guys, we have like 15 minutes left. Don't be shy. Even if you're here without any plan or without any product or something, you can still, introduce yourself, talk about what you're interested in. Just unmute yourself and start talking. I see Suraj, you've raised your hand. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Glad to connect all of you. Really interesting and inspiring to meet the brilliant minds around Sunday morning. And I come from a BPO and call center background. I've been working with companies like TCS and Sintel. So I gave up my job industry and wanted to do something of my own. Tried a couple of things in digital marketing space and all those stuff, like 5-6 years, burnt my hand, gave up the thing, and at the moment, I'm blank as of now. Just wanted to connect with the like-minded community to understand the probability offerings and what I can bring to the table as an. I have been into more into an operations and pre-sales perspective in terms of B2B for ITES services. That's about me. I'm Suraj Solanki. I reside in Coimbatore and native of Rajasthan. Born and brought up, settled in southern India. Spent most of my time between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. Glad to connect to all of you. Thank you.
Thanks, Suraj. Can you repeat one more time as to what your expertise is? What can you offer to startup?
I have been with BPO, more of an BPO operations space. Like majority of my time, like close to 8 to 9 years into back office operations setup, starting from transition to good business as usual phase, right? And post which round, I've been with operations for about 11 years, and then moved on with pre-sales and business development activities for tier 2 city BPOs, like companies like Next Wealth and stuff in Bangalore. So worked with them for about 4 years, and that's my last profile that I've quit this industry as. Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm not clear enough, I wanted to get started with somewhere. So I just wanted to socialize and see what options what value add I can bring to the table and what options Do I have to serve the community as such? That's the perspective.
Thanks, Suraj.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah. Right. Who wants to go next?
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Ashraf, and this is quite interesting, to hear about other passionate people, startups. Myself, I actually have been to, software industry, more than 30 years. Been to, US, India, Kuwait, and, multiple places. And right now I'm in Dubai. And I am, we have just started a startup here. And then the idea is, it's a kind of, red teaming. Kind of consultants, professional consultants across the globe. People are there, full-timers, part-timers, and things like that. And then, any company who require like immediate emergency help, in terms of a security incident or a, architectural or software challenge, they can contact us, and then, our consultants will resolve them, and there will be an SLA and things like that. So that's the initial, just in the planning stage. And then we do have projects, that is actually mainly in the smart city and the IoT space. And so, I actually collaborated with a company here. They have around 1,500 employees. And so they are not into smart city. They are in doing other, oil construction, houses, and other things. So I'm actually combining all this and then providing a turnkey solution, mainly from my expertise in software, combining with their expertise in other infrastructure. I'm forming like a smart city solution provider. So those two are my, major focus. And then I have formed some, Telegram and community groups and all, mainly for collecting all these interesting techies. And then I have basically two communities. One is for like a skill development kind of thing. It's like a volunteer kind of organization where all the people across the globe, if they wanted to provide any training on a volunteer basis, we have around 1,000+ members, so they can, provide the training, and then they can talk to all these people. And the second thing is there's a, AI talk series, another community where, every Saturday, people like who are founders of the company and all other, technical people will, can give talks, or they can attend, talks others are giving. So I will give that AI talk series, that, Telegram link in the chat. Probably, that's the way you can reach out to me. And, there are few people, actually, we have a WhatsApp group around 45 members. Telegram group I just, formed 1 week back. So that's the way we can probably network who are interested. So what I'm looking here is, the people who are technically qualified, technically professional, right? I have around 91+ community groups. Each of them are doing different, projects. There are projects in generative AI, there are projects in security, all these are software products. Everything has got a software products. And then we have some healthcare, like a cancer research, old age, like neurotherapeutics. So most of these projects are, initiated, community groups are initiated based on my expertise in the consulting field for other companies. And we are trying to come up with, something new, basically, which is aligned to all these, generative AI and LLMs. So I don't know whether you get a grasp of all this. This is like a diverse set of things.
Yeah. Ashok, this is great. This is wonderful. You're doing a lot of stuff. Do you have like a master list of all the communities that you mentioned? Somewhere is it like a
in the in the skill development center community, I have all these 93 groups. So you can be in one of the group first, and then I will eventually communicate, because we have this weekly sessions. So each community will have, like, for example, we have AI and cancer research, and that is a initiative. We have identified a place, and then there are some people from US and all collaborating with it. So one day we'll talk about that, right, on Saturday. Similarly, we have neurotherapeutics for old age people, AI-based tools in order to improve their memory and other things. So that is another group. So all these groups are put under the skill development center, one community. And even we have like a startups kind of thing, which I was trying. And by the time I found that you also doing similar things. So my idea is to collect people to all these, 90 plus projects, different areas. All these are kind of startups only, but it doesn't, started generating money, except the core one, which I am doing right now in UAE, which is a kind of established group. We have around 1,500 employees there. And so, but they are not fully into software. Now I'm bringing a smart city solution and the software part for that. So if you professionally wanted to network with that, I will give you my professional, my email ID for that.
Can you post your LinkedIn ID? That probably would be better. Like a lot of us can connect with you.
Yeah, that I'll paste it.
So thanks, Ashraf. I think you shared a lot of interesting ideas, like especially the IoT space. I saw, I recently went to this Huddle Global. There's a startup event that happens every year. I think this year it was in Kerala. It's the largest beach festival. Like 5,000 startups, 10,000 people from different startups came to the event, and I saw some really interesting products in the IoT space. I think it's a tough sector to crack, because like you do need like fast innovations and good level of investments, because there's a lot of players in that field right now.
Yes, actually, we started. I just started now almost a month, and then initially we got one project, from Africa. And then, we actually collaborated for this, we have smart meters, smart water meters, smart EV meters, and also there's one of the global IoT forum, basically. It is like a Telegram or a WhatsApp group. And then I was in that group, and then I got introduced to some people over there. And so I found a lot of suppliers from India and China, basically. Through that, actually. So those are now, I actually shortlisted some of them, and they are the providers for us. So right now, there's one project we already, kind of prototype. So it is happening. And then, other things are like there's a digital twin kind of concepts for buildings. And then, we basically, one of the project which I was doing in the US, it was basically got patented. That's the first time they patented for building for twins. And so, I actually collaborated with them, and then we are actually in the Middle East, we are the providers for them. So basically it's like commercial buildings, like if you have 100 floors kind of buildings, what's happening in that building, you can monitor through a mobile app. And so that application is entirely developed and it's being running from last 4 years. And then, we have a, basically I made like a partner model with the company which I am working in here. I mean basically the startup with those people, and then they are actually charging like on a square feet basis, mainly for commercial buildings in US. So now they are actually bringing them to Middle East. So these are all IoT. I mean basically underlying things.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.
There are many, there
Please
are many
share your
things
updates about some of your startups on Telegram group as well, so that other people can get inspired as well.
Yeah, this community, this AI talk series usually will have talks every week, because there are 90 plus things, and all these are not connected. They're all different. So for people to know about other, others, we are actually organizing talks. So that's the way people can get in.
Great. Thanks a lot, Ashraf. All right, we have like only a few more minutes left. Does anybody else want to go and introduce yourself? Even if you guys don't have anything significant going on, if you introduce yourself, maybe you find a contact, somebody who can help you with things. So that's why this is important. Just unmute yourself and talk about what you're doing, or what sector you want to eventually start up in, something like that. Ratesh, Anup, Balaji, Vatsal.
Am I audible now? Am I
Yes.
audible to you, Raghavendra?
Yes.
Hi, Raghavendra. Hi, everybody. First of all, I would really like to appreciate you. I mean, this is a great, platform. I just joined. This is my very first time actually in such a meeting. I was thinking of something. I mean, we can discuss later. I mean, it is not even an idea. I was looking for basically if there are any NGOs that are working with mental health side, and I wanted to volunteer. If any of you have any contacts, I mean, it would really help. My background would be I come from Jammu and Kashmir. I studied in Pune, did mechanical engineering, and worked in a couple of MNCs. Then shifted my career to tech. I have just joined a company, and I'm currently in Bangalore. So I would love to have some contacts who are working as an NGO in mental health field. Thanks.
Sorry. Ratesh, actually, I do have a contact. So a few years ago, I volunteered with an NGO called Udavam Karangal. Have you heard of Udavam Karangal?
No.
Huge. It's a huge, NGO. They've been running it for years. They have orphanages, they have old age homes, things like that. They also have a mental health support group. It's called Parivardan. Okay, so Parivardan from Udavam Karangal is basically a program specifically for mental health. They have a lot of operations going on. I'm not sure about Bangalore, but I know that they have a lot of things going on in Tamil Nadu. You should reach out to them.
Sure. Thanks.
All right. Anybody else?
So the mental health one, sorry, you are talking about the mental health one. Is it like anything technology or just for?
As of now, I want to get into like psychology kind of things. Later tech, of course, it will be related to tech only. But first of all, I want to understand how it works. I just want to get my hands dirty. Yeah.
Okay, see, we have one group community for this neurotherapeutics for old age people. Which we are developing some sort of tab-based games and other things to improve their cognitive power. That's one of our startup. So you can talk, join in my talk community, and then we'll connect.
Sure, if you can share it here.
I shared in the chat. Yeah.
Okay, done. I have my LinkedIn also shared. Maybe everybody can have a look. Thanks.
All right, guys, we're about time. I would like to thank all of you for joining this call. Thank you so much for joining. I have a couple of announcements as well. So just this meetup, this networking meet happens every month. It's free to join. Like anybody can come and join this meet. So please share the meetup for our startup club to anybody that is interested. We would love to meet more people. The more people we have, the better it is for all of us, right? So we will get to see diverse range of people. This is all about like getting people together and maybe form useful connections. So one thing is that I will post a link down below for the official website that we have. So it's called the startupclub.info, and we have a bunch of features like there for startups. Like if you're a startup looking for people to work with you, interns, consultants, whatever, you can post a fill up the form for the startup registry, and then you can post the about your startup and then get people interested to contact you. And similarly, if you're an intern or somebody else, you can post your own thing in the talent registry, and then people in startups interested in hiring people in specific sectors can contact you. We are planning to actually expand this website into like a full-fledged portal where people can come and post ads. For example, if you're a startup, you're looking for things, you can post a free ad and then get people on the thing. So I'm looking for volunteers. Somebody who's interested, who has some development experience. If you can offer your time for this, that would be great. We can actually build a community that is like self-serving, and we can actually make this into a big thing. So if you're somebody who's interested in volunteering in any capacity, just reach out to me. I'm in the startup club. You can just like reach out to me. I'm the admin. If you go to this info section, you'll see who's the admin. So you can contact me. I'm Raw G on there. So you can reach out to me, and then we can figure out a way to collaborate and make this better. This community is completely community run. So the more contribution that you guys give, the better we can make it. Right? I'm also a volunteer. I have a full-time job. I'm doing multiple things. This is just something that I'm doing on a free time, because like one hour per week spending time with meeting you guys is a wonderful investment for me. So I would like to see other people also volunteering with this community. Maybe you can also be a host. One other thing that I do is like I interview founders. So if you're somebody who's interested, who's got an interesting story, you can fill out a form on the official website as well, and I will reach out to you, and then I can interview you, and then we can promote your product. Whatever you're doing, we can promote you to the community so that you get views and people get educated from hearing your story. So thanks a lot again for joining. We will meet again next month.
Can you share your
Go ahead.
Can you share your LinkedIn?
My LinkedIn, yes, I will share my LinkedIn as well. Give me 1 second. I need to. I'm posting my LinkedIn here, and yeah, and also one other thing is that next week we have another event. If you go to our meetup, you will see that there's a workshop for startups that want to grow. So we are collaborating with another speaker. He's actually a co-founder of the startup club. So he has set up his own startup, and he's giving some a free workshop on how to grow as a business. So you can join that for next week. You will find the information for that on the meetup group. All right, guys. Thank you so much. If you want to stay here and then like continue talking, if you want to maybe like talk to somebody else that you met here, you can continue to do that. I have another meeting, so I will drop off from here. Somebody else can take up as host, and then you guys can stay as long as you need to. All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Does anybody else want to stay here and talk? Volunteer.
I think if you leave, the meeting will drop, no?
Yes, but I have to set somebody else as host. That's why I'm asking. Like, if somebody else is interested in talking further, I
I can stay if anybody want to.
Sure, I will make you that administrator. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.